Warning, the following video is for adult mature audiences. Mr. Golden Sports is about to tell you how he lost his virginity and went deep inside a pretty young black young thing that smelled good, looked good, and eventually gave him the business. So, remember, if you're underage, please do not continue with this video. But if you happen to be underage and continue with this video and doing a dirtbag move, be responsible and put on some headphones so your parents do not hear the following audio. Enjoy. What up, what up? What's going on, guys? Your boy GS, and welcome back to another Madden 25 gameplay. We are actually going to go ahead and have story time with you guys. If you guys are, a habitual watcher of my live stream, which you guys should be, you guys understand what's about to go down. Now, this is by far one of the most successful things that I do on Twitch. I'll go ahead and have story time, and I'll go on ahead and give you guys a story of what happened in my life and whatnot. And it's incredible how amazingly good it does. Like, I'll have 100 viewers, story time will begin, and it'll jump up to like 400. It's crazy. People come out of the woodworks for story time. So, I don't live the most interesting life in the world, but by the way, the gameplay you guys are watching is old, so don't pay attention to that. The stories I'm gonna tell you, I only got a few of them, so but I can definitely continue to do these if you guys enjoy them. You guys, I'm gonna leave on the bottom right now. Bam! Go ahead and hit the like button if you guys enjoy the story time, and we will go ahead and give you guys a story time number 2. So story time number 1, I told before, back in like 2011, or was it early 2000? Was it some point 2012? It was definitely Madden 12. And it's a story of me losing my virginity, which I've told, a few times, and a lot of people missed it and always ask, why don't I upload it to YouTube? Because I did it before, but it was like a 3-part series. Why don't I upload a one video to YouTube and tell the story again? Because a lot of people missed it, and people that did hear it during story time, they absolutely enjoyed it. So, okay, here we go. So, I was 18 years old, and I was still a virgin. And I was working at Walgreens at the time. So one thing that I thought would never happen is me being able to have sexual relations with a female. Anybody in general. Don't just take that as a man, or, I didn't think I was going to have sex with a man at some point either. A female. You guys know what I mean. Because when you're a virgin, you try every day. For every day you are in existence. From being like 12 years old to like 18, I was trying every day. Every pretty young thing I would see, I would go on ahead and try a pickup line. I would try something. Every day of your life, you are trying to go deep inside a pretty young thing. And damn it, it has yet to happen. I'm like 0 for 6 years. It never got to that point. So, we had a brand new manager that came in. His name was Mr. Michaels. Charles Michaels, right? And he was doing overnights. He had just came in. And me being cool with all the managers, one thing I can say, I've never been able to not get along with anybody. Ever. I have a very crazy, goofy personality, and I've always been able to get along with anybody. I'm into everything. Whether sports is your things, video gaming, music or whatever. I can hold the conversation, even if it's political, about anything. You know what I mean? And I usually get along with everybody who's willing to give me the chance to try and get to know me. So, when you're working for Walgreens and retail and things like that, when a new manager is about to come in, he replaces another manager. So one of our managers got shipped to another store, and we're getting Mr. Michaels in. So I would ask around, who's Mr. Michaels? Who is this guy? Where's he from? And they were like, he's an ass. He's a straight up just douchebaggery to the max. Like, he is a dirtbag. He is a very mean dude, and he gets along with nobody. So I'm thinking to myself, we got one of those guys coming in, man, one of those mean-spirited dudes. But he worked overnight, so I didn't have to deal with him. At this time, I was working second shift, like 2 to 10 or 4 to 10 or something like that, and I never got to deal with him. I remember the very first interaction I've ever had with Mr. Michaels. It's about a couple minutes getting ready for me to leave, right? So I'm sitting at what we call the backup register. When you walk into a Walgreens, as soon as you walk in, there's always a register to your left or your right. The very first register you see, and that's called the main register. That one is occupied at all times unless they're on break. But the backup register is registered across from that, and that gets occupied. If the line gets too long, then the person on the front register will call for help, so the person will go on the second register to, speed up the lines and whatnot. So I'm just chilling, backup register, right? Doing my thing, chilling, two-stepping. I'm about to go home. It's about to be a minute left before I leave. I'm going to go home and play UFC. That's what I'm going to do. Can't wait. Looking forward to it. I'm going to go online, punch people in the face, put them in a chokehold. I can't do it in real life, so I'm going to do it in a video game. I don't know MMA, but they don't know that. Forrest Griffin knows MMA. I get to control him, so it's leg locks all day. It's leg locks all day. So I'm getting ready, thinking about doing my leg locks, and I don't know what time it is. Probably Friday night, because I've always stayed to myself. I've always been a stay home kind of guy. I mean, I'm going out, don't get me wrong, but usually I'm a stay at home kind of guy. So he comes up, right, and he goes to count the money at the front register so he can go on ahead and count it so the person at the front register can leave. So he comes up, he's counting the money. He looks up as he's counting. He looks directly at me. You see those Panther eyes right there? Those are the eyes he had. Those eyes right there. He looks up with his little yellow beady eyes, and we make eye contact. And he looks directly at me. He says, so what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. Waiting to leave. So he says, oh, so does Walgreens pay you to not do nothing? And I'm thinking to myself, yo, what a jerk. Like, what? It's like 11 seconds before I leave, and that was the first time I ever had interaction with him. They're like, yo, well, people are saying it's true. The dude's a dirtbag, yo. Like, who says that? Walgreens pay you to do nothing, blah, 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 blah. So, from then, he kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and I never really got to kind of deal with him. Plus, like I said, he worked overnight, so by the time he was coming in, I was on my way out, so I never had to deal with him. One day, I'm working second shift, and I'm getting ready to leave, and my ride wasn't able to come through. I wasn't driving anything at the time, and my mom would come, pick me up, her or her boyfriend, and I didn't have a ride home. I didn't have any money for a cab. They didn't have any money for a cab, so I couldn't, take a cab and pay when I got there. I had no money, so the options were to either walk or I don't know, right? So I'm thinking to myself, how the hell am I going to get home? I'm not going to walk. It's too far. It's about an hour and a half walk. I should have just did it, but I've actually done that walk a couple of times where I didn't have a ride, and I've actually done that walk a couple of times. But Mr. Michaels comes in and asks him, I was like, yo, there's no way for me to go. Can you please do me a favor? If I stay all the way through until you leave at 7 a.m., can you give me a ride home? And he's like, yeah, if you stay that long, I got you. I live on that side of town. I'll give you a ride. So that day, we kind of bromanced a little bit. I got to know him. He got to know me. And, we was together the entire shift. We were just talking, just hanging out, talking about everything. And, we got to know each other a little bit. And I got to know why he was such a jerk. And it made sense. He's like, I'd rather be, the ass that nobody likes but get their work done than everybody think I'm cool and think they cannot do things and get away from it. So I understand. Eventually, I became a manager. And yes, that is true. When you're at that point of authority, you're responsible for everybody on that shift. And if they don't get their job done, you get in trouble. So I understand why he was that way. Because he had that I'm not going to let nobody walk over me mentality. So, as we were talking a lot, the conversation, came up about going out. And up to that point, I have never gone out to like a bar or a club or anything like that. I had just turned like 18 and I never really was able to go out. Plus my schedule, Lord knows, was stupid hectic. Like, the times that I work wouldn't even allow me to really do that. But, he's like, yeah, me and my boys, we go out all the time, and so he's like, do you got a girl or whatever? And I'm like, nah. And eventually he came out, like, I'm actually a virgin. He looked at me like, what? You're a virgin? You've never been with a pretty young thing that smells good? If anybody knows me, there's nothing more sexy than a girl that smells good. That is such a turn on for me. Like, if she walks by, she got her hair done, she got to have her hair done. She got her hair done, and she smells good. She just walks by, and that scent just caresses your nose, and it just enters your nostrilias, and you smell it, and you're like, it smells like Brazilian peach. It smells like a Hawaiian nectarish breeze. It smells good. Nothing pretty. There's nothing more that turns me on than a girl that looks good, got her hair done, and she smells good, man. So he's like, all right, listen, this is what we gonna do. Me, my boys, we're gonna go out. We're gonna take you. And he said this, and everything I'm telling you here is absolute truth. I'm not telling a lie about anything. I've told this story a couple times. You can find it on YouTube a couple times. All of them are gonna be the same. So he's like, we're going to go out, and I guarantee you the first time we go out, you're going to lose your virginity. You're going to find yourself a pretty young thing. And I'm like, you know what? I'll take that bet. I have yet to go on ahead and have sexual relations besides anybody but myself. And damn it, when I do it with myself, it feels pretty good. So I'm assuming having a partner has got to be tremendous. It's got to be nice to have a partner, baby. You know, just like American Pie said, you know, you can grab a racket, you can grab a tennis ball, you can hit it up against the wall. It's fun. It can be fun, but it's not a game. It's not a game. I want a partner. So, you know, after this 8-hour shift, we became cool. We became homies. So, you know, he ended up dropping me off, whatever. I'm not even sure if it was the next weekend, but whenever that, I don't know exactly when. But the next time we eventually went out, we went to this club. I believe it was in like New Haven, Connecticut. I'm not sure where exactly, what city it was. But, you know, we go out, and I remember I got me some blue jeans. I had me a Chicago White Sox throwback jersey, so it's the one that says Sox on it. It's blue and red. I got some blue and red Timbs. I think I'm looking good. I think I'm looking fly, right? So we go to the club, and I'm a very shy person. I'm the type of guy that goes up to a girl, taps on the shoulder, and be like, "Excuse me, I noticed your hips are dancing to the rhythm of this song, and I was wondering if maybe you would like to maybe dance." Because I've always had low self-confidence, low self-esteem, and I've always been afraid of rejection. Always. I'm not like that now, but then I was. It took me a long time to get over that. I always envied people that would just be at the club having a good time. A girl would be dancing, just hop on her hips and just start whirlwinding, going around, dancing, grabbing hips, grabbing booty and all that. And I'm sitting just wall hugging, being jealous of him. Because a couple times I've seen a girl turn around, see the guy, they'll dance along, right? Then they'll turn around. Let me see who just grabbed up on me. And I'm assuming they didn't like how they looked, and they'll just no. And that would crush me. I'm like, damn, she thinks I'm ugly. Maybe my forehead is too big. Maybe my breath stinks. She don't like my clothes. Maybe my teeth is mismatched. I don't know what the situation would be. But, you know, I always ask. And, you know, I'm not dancing to anybody. The whole crew was him. You know, it was me and him in one car. And his boys came in another car. So we're like 7 deep or something like that. Everybody's dancing, having a good time. And they got me a drink. And I don't really drink. But it was a social drink. And I was really just sipping slowly. You know, put a lot of ice in it. Put a lot of ice. Like, what do you want to drink? I'm like, let me get I think it's Incredible Hulk. Is it like Hennessy and Alizé or Hennessy and Hypnotic? Whatever it is. Lot of ice. Put a lot of ice. Well, if you listen, mind your damn business. Just put a lot of ice in the damn cup. Let the ice melt. Let it sit. Let it melt. Let it turn watery, and I'll slowly sip it so they don't think I'm a little weenie. So, you know, I'm just wall hugging. He's like, yo, go on ahead. Go with Shorty. Go jump on her. Go dance with her. And I'm like, nah. Chill. I mean, look at her kneecaps, man. They're all wrinkled and look like she just soaked her kneecaps in water for 12 hours. I ain't trying to mess with that. So I'm making excuses not to dance with people, right? So then I'm chilling, wall hugging, and it's like everything slowed down. A beam of light came down. It's a beam of light, and all of a sudden, I'm just chilling next to Michael's, kind of like in the middle area, and this pretty young thing, right? She got glasses, she got on a white beater with some jeans, and she looked good, man. I see her, and I'm like, damn, she look good. She kind of two-stepping her way, not walking, but kind of shimmying on her way across the dance floor, and I'm just watching, and she does the finger wave, like, come here. You know, you grab your finger like, come here. So I'm thinking to myself, there's no way this pretty black young thing is asking me to come here. There's just no way. So I look behind me. I'm like, am I in the way? Am I in your way, player? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm in the way of something that's about to go down. So I look behind me. There's a group of people there. I don't know if anybody's paying attention, but I kind of stepped to the side a little bit and, you know, continue doing whatever the hell it was I was doing, a whole bunch of nothing. And she gets close enough where she can say, no, you. So I'm like, oh my God, she's stuck on me! She's stuck on me! So I'm like, okay. So I just kind of walk towards her, and it's face-to-face dance. There's really no grinding. She puts her arms around me, and first thing I noticed, bam! This chick is drunk. I could smell the alcohol all over her. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, am I going to sit here and take advantage of this female who probably thinks I look cute right now just because she's drunk? She probably can't see straight. I can just smell the alcohol all up and down her. And I'm just thinking to myself, damn, the one girl that comes up to me has to be drunk. You gotta be kidding me. Am I really gonna sit here and dance with her and take advantage? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, she drunk, but you know what? She breathing. Works for me. So she comes up to me and she just starts dancing. She don't even say nothing. She puts her arms around me and she starts grinding up on me, right? And I'm thinking to myself, ooh, this is nice. This is nice. Keep doing what you're doing, baby. This is nice. So then, out of nowhere, as we're dancing, probably like a song and a half, she's grinding up on me from the front wise. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of holding her hips, and she's just going to work on me, right? And out of nowhere, she takes her right hand, she goes down, and she grabs the balls. She grabs the biblical balls. I cannot make this up. And she starts rubbing them in the middle of the dance floor. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my goodness! This has never happened before. The only times my balls have been touched is if it's been by me. It's being touched by a pretty young thing. And David, this feels incredible. Matter of fact, as soon as she grabbed the balls and started doing a little hand twirl motion, this is how I felt. This is what I was thinking about. This is the moment that we shared between me and her when she grabbed the nutsack. So that's how I felt when she did that. And I was thinking to myself, oh my goony goo, this has actually happened. This feels absolutely incredible. Please don't stop. So we danced for maybe now she did that probably for like 20 seconds or whatever. And after that, she ends up just bouncing after about another song and a half. Just gets up, don't say nothing, bam. Just just left. And I'm just standing there stuck, just mouth open, just I will never forget this moment. So then Michael's come up. He's like, yo, who's Shorty? Because at this time, we've danced for about 3 songs, and he's seen, I was getting it in. So like, yo, who's Shorty? And I'm like, yo, I don't know. She just came up to me, started dancing up on me. She grabbed my nuts. He's like, what? She what? I'm like, yo, she grabbed my balls. And he's like, well, what did you do? And I'm like, I let her. I didn't. No, did you get a number? What happened? And I'm like, no, I didn't. I don't know this. I don't go out. I play UFC. I put people in leg locks, guillotine chokes, darts. I don't know what the hell to do when I've never thought to myself, you know what? Before we go to this club, I wish a girl would grab my balls. If she did, I'm going to rub up on her butt. I'm going to kiss her neck. And I'm like, give me your number, baby. I don't know the steps to this. This is the first time this ever happened. I don't know what to do. Code blue. I've never been in this situation. So he's like, yo, how the hell do you let a girl rub on your balls and you don't get her number? And I'm like, listen, I don't know. Stop yelling at me. So he's like, all right, this is what we're going to do. Everybody has to leave. And I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. Okay. And I'm really, everything he's saying, I'm like, that makes sense. It's so obvious, right? He's like, everybody has to leave. And I'm like, right. She can't live here. She can't live here because there's probably no TVs or nothing. How's she going to take a bath? Right. She got to leave at some point. He's like, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to wait by the exit. And when you see Shorty, you're going to go up to her and you're going to stop her and you're going to get her number. And I'm like, bang, that's what we're going to do. Sounds like a good plan. So it's probably like another half hour, however long it was before the club ended. And I'm getting nervous, right? Because I'm not the go up to a girl asking for a number type of guy. I've just never really been that type of way. Now I am, because now your boy's confident as all hell. Back then, no, hell no. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's game time. I'm doing the Birdman. Okay, it's exit time. Everybody's heading towards the front door, and I'm waiting, right? And I'm just waiting, and I see her. Bam! She's coming through the front, but she had a girlfriend with her, and they just go off to the parking lot. So I look back at him like I had no idea what just happened. I'm like, she just passed me. What happened? You didn't tell me what would happen if she passed me. So he just kind of waved me like, go! What the hell are you doing? Go get her! And so I'm like, all right. So I go to the parking lot, and I'm like, yo. I try to be cool, right? You know, I try to go up to her, try to walk up to her room, yo. And she kind of looks back, and I walk up to her, and her friend is kind of dragging her to the car because she's drunk as almighty hell. So she's dragging her to the car, and I'm just, yo. And then, you know, they kind of stop. They get to their destination, their car. It's their girlfriend's car. Nice little red car, too. I think it was like a Volkswagen. So I get up there, and I'm like, yo, what's up, man? I was just wondering, you know, before you dip, you know, is it cool if I could get your number? And she's like, no. And I'm like, damn it! You was just rubbing on my nuts 11 minutes ago. Now all of a sudden, you don't want my number? And I just had that face of Boys in the Hood when they stuck the shotgun up at Trey, Ice Cube, whatever his name is. I can't think of his name. Kind of put his head up real quick. And I just had that look. I put my head up, my chin up, and I'm like, oh, word? You gonna do this to me? You gonna do this to me? And she's like, but you could give me your number. And I'm like, cool, bang, I shall do that. So, you know, this is back in, I don't know, this is like almost 10 years ago. So, or like 7, 8 years ago, whatever. So there was no, you know, iPhones then. So, or maybe there was. Maybe was there? No, I don't think so. But anyways, I don't know. Maybe there was. I don't know. Listen, don't judge me. Listen. So, but she had one of those phones where every numerical button had 3 letters. So the number 1 had A, B, and C. The number 2 had D, E, and F, and so on and so on. So I'm trying to type in my name real quick so I can put in my number. So I'm like, Nelson, okay. And N is in the middle. So I got to tap 6 3 times. Okay. Tap it 3 times. N flashes 3 times. And then it'll stay. And then I'll go into the next letter. E. Okay. 2 twice. And I'm waiting. It's taking forever. It's taking 11 seconds for me to put 2 letters in my name. And then all of a sudden, I heard, yo, chill. She ain't about all that. And then I turn around. It's the damn, what are they called, man? The dudes who stand at the club and make sure nothing goes wrong. They be kicking bouncers. The bouncers. There you go. It was the big ass bouncer, right? And this dude was big as almighty hell. All this, yo, she ain't about all that. And I turn around.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And it was a big ass dude that looked just like that. Now, as soon as I hear she ain't about all that, I'm about to turn around. Man, who the hell about to get punched in the down? Whoa! Why are your muscles so damn big? You be walking like he didn't even walk towards me. The dude was like doing push-ups and doing the crab towards me, working on his abdomen as he was coming up towards me, talking about, yo, she ain't about all that. Let me work on my triceps as I approach you. And I turn around with this look like, yo, who the hell trying to interrupt me, trying to talk to this pretty young thing? I'm about to punch somebody in the damn face. I turn around seeing him, and I'm like, whoa, okay. So he comes up, and I just finished putting my name and number in her phone, and then he snatches the phone away from me. And I'm like, man, I give him this look like, yo, if you wasn't so damn big, I'll punch you in your damn face. But the fact that you may be able to punch me in my face just once and cause severe brain damage and turn me into a potato, I'm not going to take that chance. But damn it, 11 years ago, before you started working out eating number protein, I will punch you in the damn face. So then, you know, he goes up. I have no idea what else this guy is. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe that's her boyfriend. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in trouble. So then they end up leaving. And, you know, we get back to the car, and Mr. Michaels is like, yo, well, Charles, I still call him Mr. Michaels because, you know, that was my manager for a minute. So he was like, yo, this is what's going to happen. Shorty's going to call you. If Shorty calls you, it's going down. So I'm thinking to myself, I don't even know if she's going to remember me, but if she does, we'll see what's going on. He's like, yo, I'm going to need full details. I'm going to know when she calls. I'm going to know when she comes through. I'm going to need to know what type of panties she wear. I'm going to need them details, player. And I'm like, yo, I got you because you took me out. And if I lost my virginity because you took me out, oh, you best believe full details is coming. So, you know, randomly, it was like 2 or 3 days later, I get a phone call from somebody I have no idea who the hell it is, right? Gling, 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 gling. Who the hell is this? Gling, 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 gling. I don't know. Gling, gling, gling. All right, let me just answer it. And, you know, I'm like, hello? And she's like, hey, is this Nelson? And of course, I'm thinking it may be somebody you owe money to, because people be trying to, you know, trick you when you owe somebody bail money. You know, they'll call you, but like, you know, it sound like a pretty young. Is this Nelson? Yeah. Wow, who's this? This AT&T. You ain't paid for the last 3 months, bitch. Where my money at? So I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what the hell is going on. So I'm like, oh yeah. Wow, who's this? And she's like, oh, this is IKEA. I have no idea who the hell that is. I didn't get to know her name then, right? I had no idea who her name was. Oh, I think we got a bait coming, by the way. And so I had no idea of her name. And you know, she's like, you know, oh, this is like, he, are you Puerto Rican? Well, she said in her girl voice, are you Puerto Rican? And I'm like, yes. Why, yes I am. And she's like, oh, thankfully I found you. I was looking through my phone and I just remember talking to somebody who was so cute and Puerto Rican, and I called hoping it was you. So it turns out she was at the hospital, and she's like, you know, I'm not really feeling too good. I'm in the hospital, and you know, I've been here. I forgot whatever the reason was she was in the hospital, but she's like, you know, I went to my phone looking to see if I could go on ahead and hopefully find you. And you know, I'm glad that I did. I thought you were so cute, and I'm glad, you know, you got, you know, I got your number. And I'm like, yeah, I almost didn't give you my number. Some punk came and, you know, like, took the phone. There was like 9 of them. I got into a fight. I was punching some damn dude. She was like, oh yeah, that's my uncle. He's the bouncer there. No, oh, that's your uncle. I'm like, okay. Let me tell the truth. I didn't punch him in the face. I was just exaggerating. He was mad big, so I didn't do nothing. I handed him the phone. He didn't snatch it from me, because if he did, I'd have punched him in the face. But he politely asked for the phone, and I handed it to him, because it wasn't my property. It was, you know, it was legally your phone. And I thought to myself, you know what? I should not be in possession of your cellular telephone mobile device. So I politely gave it to him, and he gave it to you. And she's like, oh yeah, that's my uncle. He be tripping, yada, yada, yada. So, you know, we start talking, you know, what do you do? Blah, 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 blah. So eventually it gets down to the point where, you know, are you seeing anybody? You got a girl? And I'm like, actually, no, I'm not dating anybody. And she's like, oh, well, you know, I got a son. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, you know, that's cool. That's what's up. And she's like, you know, I'm not with anybody. I work at Cracker Barrel, you know, got my own job, got my own car. Just so happens that my car's in the shop right now. But, you know, I'm doing, you know, pretty good for myself. I'm going to school for, you know, some type of nursing or something like that. And, oh, that's what's up. So it basically comes down to, you know, do you got any kids? I'm like, nah, I'm actually a virgin. So she's like, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm sick and tired of when you tell a girl, you pretty unused thing, you. And I'm like, man, whatever. And so then she comes out of nowhere. She's like, okay, listen, I'm about to, you know, I got to do whatever the hell it is she's doing at the hospital. It's like, is it cool if I could come see you in a couple days? You know, you give me address, whatever. You know, my car's still in the shop, but, you know, I'll take a cab, you know, and I'll, you know, go by over there and we can hang out. And I'm like, hell yeah. Yes, it's very cool. Come anytime you want. Come now, damn it. Perfectly fine. So then the day comes where we set everything up and she comes through, right? She takes a cab. It's early, midday. It's probably like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, right? And at this point, you know, I'm living with my mother. It's my mother, her boyfriend, me, and my brother. And I was in like the dining room area that we turned into a room for me. My brother had the actual room. I didn't have any doors. So I go to my brother and I'm, listen, it's not a drill. It's not a test. I got a pretty young thing coming over. I'm going to need the room with some doors. It may go down. And he's like, you got somebody coming over? What's his name? No, man, shut up. This is the real deal. It's not a joke. This ain't a test. She coming through. And she taking a cab, which she paying for. At least I think she paying for it. You got a 20 spot you can loan me in case I got to pay for it? He's like, you know what? I got you. The room is yours. Just don't mess up none of my stuff. I'm like, cool. No problem. So then she comes by. She comes to the door. Ding dong. I open. I see her. And first thing I notice, she got her hair done. She smell good. I'm like, girl, you smell good. So she come in, right, and I bring her into the room. So she sits down and we start talking, right? We just start talking about whatever. I honestly don't remember what it was we were talking about, but we get to talking, right? And it's, mind you, like I said, it's midday. Sun is out. You can hear kids out in the street running around, going crazy, having fun, kicking balls, doing all that. So then we start talking, and out of nowhere, she like, I'm tired. I think I'm gonna take a nap. And I give her this look like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do at this point. And I'm like, you take a nap. I'm like, it's 5 in the afternoon. It's the sun is out. I open the window. Like, look at all the kids running around. Like, you came over here to take a nap? Now then, I had no game to realize what was about to go down. And so she tells me, why don't you lay down with me? And at this point, I'm freaking out, right? I'm getting nervous. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. So me, being the smooth cat that I am, I offered to play her when I'm on an Xbox. She's like, why don't you lay down next to me? And I'm like, I'm not tired. I woke up well rested. You know, I kind of had a good nap, you know, a good night's sleep last night. I got 2 controllers though. I got 2 controllers. You trying to see me in this racing game though? You trying to see me in this Ridge Racer though? I just unlocked the Ford Taurus? Yo, I'm pretty nice. I literally asked her, I'm like, you want to lay down? You should lay next to me. And I'm like, forget all that. Why would I want to lay down next to you? What? Let's play Xbox, girl. And she like kind of sucked the teeth, grabbed the controller, and kind of pulled me down towards her, and we start kissing, right? And at this point, you know, I'm very unexperienced at kissing. You know, I have kissed before, but never in this type of situation where we're by ourselves. It's me and her, and, you know, we're kissing. So, you know, I just know, listen, attack the bottom lip, you're okay. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to kiss, just attack the bottom lip, give it a little bit of a nibble, suck on a little bit, and you're good to go. So I do my inexperienced kissing. We're kissing, and then, you know, next thing I know, bam, shirt comes off, bam, bra's off, and I'm looking, I'm like, oh, I've never seen them in front of me like this before. They are so beautiful. Now I know why God created women. Not only are they beautiful, there's 2 of them. So I grab a handful and I just don't let go. I just grab a handful and I'm just like, this is amazing. This is a tremendous feeling. Don't ever take this away from me, Ikea. Don't ever leave. So then, turns out we did what we had to do, right? You know, I go deep inside, only a couple strokes, not too long. My first time, I was very quick. You know, maybe like 7 pumps in. I'm doing a Dougie as I'm the man. I'm no longer a virgin. Doesn't last long. And she was probably expecting that. And so, you know, we get done the first time, which is absolutely incredible. I'm no longer a virgin, right? She smells good. She looks good. I can't believe this happened because I wasn't expecting it. I offered the girl to 1v1 me a Ridge Racer. And then what's crazy, which stopped us from ever communicating, is that after that, maybe like 5 minutes after us finishing, she comes up and she just starts grabbing up on me, and I'm ready to go again, right? So I get on top of her because she was on top the first time. I get on top of her this time, and what had happened was in the middle of it, I'm doing a Dougie, right? I'm just clean stroking, G-stroking. I'm doing a Dougie, and out of nowhere, she looks right at me. I swear I cannot make this up. May God take my son away from me if I am telling a lie. She looks right at me and she goes, do you love me? And at this point, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I have a second to answer and I have half a second to think. I can either say, no, I don't even know you. And then she's like, what? Panties is up, bras on, I'm leaving, bye, you never see me again. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't want this incredible feeling to stop. I want this to continue. And I'm thinking to myself, I lie to her and I tell her, yes, I do love you, so we can continue doing what it is that we doing, because we doing grown folk stuff right here. And damn it, when you do grown folk stuff, you don't want to stop doing grown folk stuff. So I tell her, I love you. And we finished doing what it is we got to do the next day. She stayed over. She left the next day. We did it twice that same day. And once, as soon as we woke up in the morning, we went at it again. Then she ended up leaving. And she put me like on some type of set schedule. She's like, oh, you are too much. We have to slow you down only twice a week for you. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't even know what type of situation I put myself in, because she's making sex schedules already. She's already telling me if I love her. And, you know, she told me she loved me, and it's crazy. And I literally just met her the day before. I met her at a club, but this is the first time we actually got to speak. And she asked me if I loved her, which is crazy. So I kind of stopped messing with her. But that's the end of the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want more story time, leave a like on this video. I'm out. Peace. Give it to me, baby. Which she did.